Yeah, we're about to go live.
That's all right. No, you ain't slow dancing.
Act like you got on skate. 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 Go live, I'm finna go live. 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 Go live, I'm finna go live.
Woo! Boy, let me tell you something. V12, talk to me, boy. Listen. I gotta start off by saying this. We gave out some predictions, and everybody was super wrong except one person. Great Kane 305 says, I think we owe Mrs. Walden an apology. She said 2710, and we laughed. And I laughed as well. You laughed. Everybody laughed. And she pops in and says, it's Bloom. So her last name is Bloom. And she said, and yes, you do. Wowzers. Talk to me, V12. First word impression. One word impression.
Disappointing.
My one word is I'm trying to do it in one word. My one word, I guess, would be I don't want to say it, but major college football. Major college football. That's the one thing I'm gonna say. I don't know my dog when he went black on the screen. Let me tell you something. Lackluster. There you go. Alt Kane 305. Smiley says poor. Solo Kane says frustrating. JR Riviera say V12 going to explode. Disappointment, nervous, concerned. Very lackluster. Sleep, embarrassing. So let me go ahead and get into this deal, man, because I know you got to run. The nephew out there, he's striking cats out. He's making it happen. And that boy at bat, that boy putting the wood to the ball. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm back, Coach.
I got you. Here's what I have to say. Let me fix my camera. I got so excited, Coach, that Kane Juice started biting. I had to start tripping. They came out. They were flat. We all know that. Offensively, they could not find a rhythm. I don't think they found a rhythm. Defensively, we got to the football. We got to the football defensively. I have to say that. I even put up some tweets of people following me on Twitter at Coach Hayes FB. Let me tell y'all something, man. We got to the football, and I was highly impressed with that piece. On the back end side, the DB side, we gave up big plays, and that's just because we're out of position. Offensively, let me tell y'all something. Some days there's ebbs and flows to this deal, man. Your quarterback ain't going to always be on. Henry Parrish, I like that guy. I really like him. I really like Henry Parrish. He's in my fantasy, by the way, shameless plug, and got your boy 22 solid points. But sometimes you got to take it out your star player's hand and let somebody else, if he's not feeling it right now, if he's not seeing it, if the game is not coming to him with ease. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. What are your thoughts, 12?
Well, listen. Those days that you're talking about, when the level of competition increases.
Speak up just a little bit. Speak up just a little bit.
When the level of competition increases, that's what happens. So we had a slight increase in level of competition, and it threw everybody off. Every single person, from the offense, defense play, I give them the credit. They played a lot better. From the coaching, from the play calling, they were thrown off because Southern Mississippi raised the bar a little bit, and that's the kind of competition we're going to see moving forward. And that's what's disappointing to me. Last week, we put up, shout out to Ms. Candace. I agree. We owe an apology. I never saw that coming in a million years. When the level.
Now, what happened when you use your phone? That's what happened when you use your phone. But anyway, what he was saying, she just called in too. So I'm gonna go. Matter of fact, I may call her phone. But go ahead, finish your point.
Yeah, so that's the level of competition raises. That's what happened. So we were thrown off for the entire game. You know, it was disappointing to me. We still got work to do. Got a whole lot of work to do.
I totally agree. And it was a tale of two halves, as they always say, right? The old cliche. It's a tale of two halves. The first team, the second half looked nowhere near like the first half. They had to find their footing and so forth and so on. Still didn't take the vertical shots, guys. And I don't want to hear that playbook crap because we out here pulling flea flickers for touchdown. And to me, that is not a vertical shot. That's a gimmick play. That's not a vertical shot.
Let me say this about the vertical game, Coach, which is highly disappointing. I don't know if we have that person. I don't know if we have that person, Coach. I'm looking, and I'm like, my goodness, who is it? We may be short on that end. We may be short. We'll see next week because everybody going to say they held some back, this, and that. To score points, Gaddis went deep into that playbook today, Coach. Did you see that? He went.
He had
some plays. He had to. So it's disappointing. Now they said I overreacted last week. I'm gonna just hold my peace because guys, I don't care what y'all say about Texas A&M. This ain't gonna cut it in College Station. I'm just being real.
So to your point, right? And we got Miss Bloom on the line. So give me 1 second. I'll get to you in 1 second. Let me finish this point. So here's what the problem is, right? In that sense. Anyway, I had to catch my thoughts, man. So to your point, TVD struggled, right? In the sense of getting the ball out, throwing, time, and everything else. But Gaddis had to go into that play. Dog, we running end arounds. We're doing all this different stuff. And see, again, the long throw to Bashard Smith, that was not designed. That was an offsides play. He throws it up. I'm talking about design one-on-one. And my thing is 12, check this out. How do we know who we have if we don't try it? This is what the two games were for, to try to see, is it Romello Brinson? Is it Keyshawn Smith? Who put it up there? Because here's what I know. A true freshman playing his first college football game and had no problem pulling the trigger today. And he got a number one receiver in Brownlee that went up there and climbed that ladder several times on us. But the young boy put it out there and wasn't scared to pull the trigger. You know, and so I'm not, again, this is not a bash session. This is a what it is session. This is what it is. These are the things that we're saying. When people talk about Tyler Van Dyke being a Heisman candidate, he has all the tools. He has all of the ability. But if you're not doing, and this right here hurt him, I don't care what nobody say. It happens though, right? But if you're not putting a team like this on your back, you got to walk through these cats, you know? And so this hurt his opportunity. But also I have to say this, and you know me, I hate to go against coaching, but play calling hurts him in that run. You're not giving the kids the vertical balls. He throws a pretty football. He knows what to do with the football. He's in charge. He gets it. He knows the offense. All that's great. But at the end of the day, throwing the ball to Restrepo between that 15 to 20-yard range is great. Nothing wrong with that. But you got to take these shots. And the commentators even been saying it. You got to take vertical balls. You got to take vertical shots at this deal because you're going to need them next week. And even if not next week, you're going to need them some point in this 12-game season. You're going to need them at some point. Let me jump right quick. Let me get the dono, and then I'm going to jump to Ms. Bloom because I know they're probably going through the game. Mario Krista Goat, appreciate the $5. Says, I want to see that fan base rip TVD apart for his poor performance today like they would flag if he had a bad play. Ooh. That's fair. But I want to rip the fan base, right? And what I mean the fan base, we got to do better at the games. Saw too many teal seats out there, y'all. Saw too many teal seats. You know what I mean? And dog, this is Mario Cristobal, the quote-unquote native son, second game. This is why when people had that stadium talk, why spend all that money? Why? Because it has nothing to do with being on campus. They only got 10,000 students on campus. The majority of the fan base the stadium sits between them from West Palm Beach to South Miami. So it's a perfect setting for that. So it has nothing to do with a building. Why spend billions or a lot of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in a brand new stadium if you're not going to fill it up? We see that happen with the Marlins. $500 million. Taxpayers pay for it. Well, they giving away hot dog tickets. But anyway, talk to us, Candace. What's up?
Oh, I forgot I was on. First, I wanted to say, I saw one of the no, I'm not even gonna mention my prediction yet. I saw somebody mention me as Miss Walden. It's not Walden, it's Bloom. My son
Okay.
is Walden the second. All right, so let's correct that. All right, that's the most important thing. Secondly, my prediction, I had, the 3-point difference wrong, but I still hit the 37.
You got to speak up just a little bit. Speak up just a little bit.
I say I still had the 37 points, even though the 3 points was wrong. I still had 37.
That's
so
true.
What do I win for my prediction?
We're gonna get you a Poor Little Timmy t-shirt.
Okay, and all the people that were saying they owe me an apology, I don't do apologies. It's fine. You got the right to feel how you feel, but I know what I know. I'm out there and y'all not. So I know what I see. And what I want to say is this. When you said about the quarterback throwing, we should have been throwing more, like I said earlier. And it's crazy because I sat there and watched the other quarterback. They played our DBs like we was garbage. They didn't care. He threw it regardless. And they were catching. And the thing is, we didn't do that. We had the mismatch on them, and we didn't do that. We have to pay attention to those things. Even if they call a play, it's a lot of times when these guys go out of character and they do something different, right? So if you see this, act on it. You standing there watching the people like we watching, like, oh, a great catch. No, that's not how it goes. So I wasn't happy with that, but they did play better this time. At least they tackled, and I saw more people going to the ball versus last week when everybody was watching the ball go. So, I guess baby stuff. But
I love it.
Again, hey, it is what it is. And my kid, I knew he wasn't, possibly going to get in because the running back, the type of game it is. He's a backup, so I'm not mad that he didn't get in. I am mad at some of the runs. I saw these guys are not like, they don't have a vision. They're just running straight in traffic. If somebody pulling for you to have a hole, you run straight to where they block the hole at. Like, I don't get that. But hey, I'm just on the sideline watching, just like everybody else, I guess.
I heard that,
But
man.
That's all I had to say.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Candy. Listen, Coach Hayes apologized for laughing, and on behalf of V12. Matter of fact, I'm gonna you get the slap button right now. Go ahead and press it. Ready?
I know. I don't want no slap button. You owe me when I get
got him.
To Orlando.
V12. One more.
No, we going. You know we already going to dinner.
Got him. You understand me?
I don't want no slap. I don't need no slap. We going to dinner. I'll see you when I get there. I'll call you tomorrow.
All right.
And have a good day, everybody.
All right. Okay. All right. There it is. We got the great. I believe this who this is. I believe it's who it's not. I believe we have the great. We have the Oracle on the line. Guys, I haven't even put the phone number up yet, 12. And people are calling in. Y'all clap it up for who I believe is Miss Wilcox. All right, Ms. Wilcox, talk to us.
Hello, how you doing?
How you doing, Ms. Wilcox?
Okay, number one, she was right. She was only right because they brought him back to 27. You add 14 to that they took the 14 point back by cheating the young man out of the touchdown and overturning a touchdown. It was 51 points. Don't get it twisted. She's right, but she's wrong too. Because you see, the referee played into this. Now y'all smoke that shit. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. I promise I'll smoke it right now.
Let me get to tell you what I got to say because you see, I told y'all it's two systems. Now you got two cheaters on here, the referee. Now they're gonna catch a case pretty soon with this coach. Because number one, he said that they were sluggish, but they did the best they can, but they gotta step up. Well, you know what? They're gonna be sluggish. Because who stepped up? Taylor, James, they did it. They did their shit on defense. But guess what? They kept focusing on this other team like they supposed to come in and beat y'all ass. It didn't go that way. I told you, two-party system. You on the second level. You trying to get up and they putting their knee on your neck. Now you smoke that. Because see, that's cockery. Call on the rooster. Because I'm ready for it. You have a blessed day.
I don't even know how to respond. I don't know if I got told off. If 12, you got told off. If
No, she said she was just saying the game is a two-party system. It's like
nah,
Democrats and Republicans. I'm sure what she's saying. I mean, but Wilcox, she always gonna drop the wisdom on us.
yeah, she just dropped that one. So all I want to say is, look, there you go, Smiley. Mic drop. That's what it is. So with that being said, Ms. Wilcox just dropped that smoke on her, and she told all of her, go smoke that.
Smoke that. Go smoke
and that's
that.
what I'm talking about. So we're going to push this thing forward. I guess I can go ahead and put the phone lines up now for people who don't have a phone number that may want to go ahead and give a call. So please do that. As we got 233 in the building, point right down below you, the V12, to give a shout out to Mr. Alex Tabio from Certified Home Loans for all your home loan needs. Anything you need to do with financing or buying a new home, rental properties, or anything else, please hit him up. Please hit him up. It's free. His phone number is 305-205-1697. It is not the show phone number. Some people will call in. He tell me all the time, Coach, I get so many calls when people think they're calling you on the show. But no, you're not. All right. So the phone number is right here to the show, 321-328-8235, as well as it's scrolling along the bottom of your screen. Texas and Alabama are in a shootout right now. I don't have the thing up, so I can't tell what it is. But let's go through this box score right quick. In the box score right here, we got Southern Miss. My man was 16 for 27 for 207, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Okay. And here's the deal. Miami's defense stepped up. They kept them under 100 yards. Brother Jay Blaze, if you're watching, go ahead. We on live right now. They kept them under 100 yards. They kept Frank Gore Jr. 7 carries for 10 yards. The quarterback had 12 carries for 29 yards. So we did our job. It was just the big plays. Now, that Jason Brownlee, that wide receiver, 5 catches for 102 yards on big plays, man. That cat was playing. Did you see the elevation on that catch, man?
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay, my bad. Yeah. People just say Texas lost 20-19. Man, that's tough, right? That's a tough loss as hard as they were playing. So, and that's on that side of it. So they end up coming the second half, just straight domination. But it just looked bad for one, who the team was, and two, for the expectation level of the people. This is what I keep trying to tell people. Temper your expectation. Let Mario Cristobal and his staff set the bar, and we can knock their head off. Bro, we have people here saying 80, 77-10. I even said 55. V12 had 56-19. I said 55-13, which I thought was fair. I thought that was reasonable. No, but I was just saying that. But when people start jumping 80, 70s, even in the 60s, I mean, we talking some big time numbers there, man. And so, like, let's not get that stuff misunderstood. Let's talk about Miami stuff. Tyler Van Dyke, 21 of 30 for 263, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Henry Parrish, I told you he a dog. 22 carries, 103 yards for 1 touchdown. They took his touchdown back too, man. I thought that was a great block by the old lineman. I forget his name. Was it Scaife? No, Ja'Kai Clark, man. I mean, he didn't take him to the ground. He didn't pile drive him or anything. He was blocking him. So and that ref wasn't even looking. He ran by, saw that, and kept looking at the play and just threw the flag to the side. I thought that was a bullcrap flag, in my opinion. Now, if he would have been out of bounds and tried to drive him into the bench, then I get it. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, we got a call on real quick. Caller, talk to a 601 area code.
What's up, Coach? This Kroom from the field.
Kroom, what's up with you, baby?
What's up, Coach? What's going on with y'all fellas?
Hey, man, my hand was shaking. I'm better now.
Hey, look. I couldn't get into you. I couldn't get in before the game started. I remember I told you that's my home team school. They was gonna come out and play hard because they playing Miami.
Right.
They came out and played hard. Everybody saw them. Quarterback made some nice throws. To me, he was just throwing the ball up, giving his receivers a chance to make plays. Something we should be doing, but that's another story. They just came and played hard, Coach. But what I was really proud of, I was proud of the way the defense really stepped up in the second half. They stole first, and they didn't score no more.
Yeah. I mean, they came out, they knocked them off. I mean, they came out defensively. I have to say that besides some of the one-on-one plays from a defensive back standpoint, I don't really have a lot of gripe. I don't really have a lot of gripes. I thought we played a little soft in there. There were some holes, but from the run standpoint, them boys were getting to the football, man. No, I screenshot 9 people got to the football on a pass play. Like that's what you get. That's championship defense, man.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was proud of. The defense really stepped up to me this game. They showed what they can be if they play together. We just need our DBs to just play a little bit tighter. That's all. Just play a little bit tighter. I think we're going to get there. But all in all, we didn't play our best game against USM, Southern Miss. Alabama didn't play their best game against an unranked Texas team. It happens. I tell people all the time, no matter what players you got, they still got to line up and play the game of football. And you never know. Anybody can get beat at any time.
That's true. True indeed. And again, you talking about, I think they're in the Sun Belt or Conference USA. I'm not sure which conference. I think it's Conference USA now.
Yeah, we went to the Sun Belt Conference, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, and again, expectation, right? You're looking at a Power 5 program, looking at the University of Miami. Sir. Yeah, you're supposed to kind of walk through these guys. And it was a tale of two halves. But real quick, V12, anything you want to say in response before I move on?
Yeah, I mean, the defense, again, last week we ripped them. Got to give them the credit. We have to realize, though, that Brownlee is a typical receiver you're going to see on Texas A&M's 3rd or 4th string. So if our DBs are not in position, it seems like we're always behind the ball, behind the person. We're not attacking the football. And that's going to be an issue when you have other beast receivers in the ACC. So we got to make sure we clean that up. That's very concerning for me, and it should be concerning for the team.
Agree.
Outside of that, like you guys pointed out, the defense played a whole lot better, and they should have.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll see what happens come Saturday.
Yeah, definitely, man. But I appreciate you, Kroon from the SIP, baby. Thank you for calling in, man. We're gonna open it up.
Here.
All right, appreciate
Y'all
you.
have
now.
a good one, fellas. Take care.
You too now.
You too, brother. Take care.
All right, that was a good one, man. Big Wit cleaning for the $9.99. I appreciate it. Says I can't say I am completely disappointed, but I was hoping coaching was all we needed. Each week it appears we don't have the dogs yet. All right, y'all own it, boy. Give me a second. Okay, I gotta cut one off to get one on. It appears we don't have the dogs yet to walk over teams, not feeling the offense yet. So hold on, caller. Give me 1 second. But what here's what I want to say. Can I say something? Relax. Football happens this way. There are some weeks where offense is on fire and all pistons are churning, and defense is not. There's some weeks defenses are it's just the opposite. Defense is on fire and offense is not. Right? Here's to the credit of the staff. You got to give them a second to gel. You got to give them a second to learn each other. I'm back to my wish, right? I wish I back to my vertical shots, but I still think we had the running game. I think, we may not have been walking all over them like we thought we could walk all over those guys, right? We could walk all over what we thought, but it was something in blocking, especially in pass blocking, giving up those sacks. And I'll talk about that when we talk about pass off blocking, when you chip the 3 technique here, looking for a blitzing linebacker. And John Campbell shot a couple of those off. Scaife shot a couple of those out of there as well. But like I said, man, Big Wood, I appreciate the donation there, man. Talk to us, man. 904 area code. Caller, talk to us.
Coach, you know what this is. It's Derek in Jacksonville.
D! What's up from Duval? Talk to me, baby.
Hey, man, I'm about to get some more gray hair in my head. That down first half, I thought Manny Diaz was on the sideline.
The ghost of Manny Diaz was on the sideline.
Man, it was, like D12 said, man, I'm a little concerned with the corners, man, because I was concerned in the first game with the corners. I don't know what kind of scheme they calling, but you just can't. That's unacceptable. You're not looking at the ball when you defending the ball with the receiver, going for the ball. You got your head turned around, and I mean back-to-back games, Tyreek Stevenson and Ivan have been exposed. I mean, Stevenson made up for it, man, but you for game.
Oh, your phone kind of went out there, D, a little bit.
Coming up. Malik Curtis and the guy who traveled from West Virginia, they was playing like they weren't taught how to play, in the secondary. I mean,
Daryl Porter.
it looked raggedy to me, pretty good. I mean, offensive line giving up all those sacks, and Van Dyke, he looked like he was the third string quarterback 3/4 of the game. Overthrowing the ball, underthrowing the ball, he'd hold the ball too long.
Yeah, again, he was out of rhythm, right? So D, Van Dyke was out of rhythm. And I hate to say this, guys, sometimes that happens. And that's where coaches have to help the players, right? Players help coaches through some bad calls, but coaches got to help players when they're struggling a little bit. Take it out of his hand, right? Put it in the hand of a Henry Parrish, put it in the hand of a Thad Franklin, that they got it going. And you can see where Josh Gaddis was trying to do that. But you got to try to get him out of hold on. You got to try to get him out of a slump, because you can't get out of a slump unless you're still throwing the ball. You're just not giving him positive confidence throw balls, right? The simple hitch throw. A lot of those things, man, were just kind of off. And I think he gathered himself at halftime and made it happen.
It looked like the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator was trying to just call watered down plays, for next week, because a lot of stuff they could have done, they didn't do. That's why I was getting so aggravated about it. The defense wasn't they wasn't blitzing. I guess they were holding back on that for next week. And I don't know what happened to the offensive line. It was up and down with the blocking, but they shouldn't allow that many sacks.
Yeah, 12, you want to respond to that, 12, and I'll go ahead.
That's absolutely
Like
right.
Holding back on calls.
Yeah, 2 areas of concern, like you expressed, Coach. Till the 2 halves, but definitely the O-line in the beginning for us, they gave her too many sacks. And you keep saying, Coach, I get it that these things happen. Van Dyke was off, but again, competition will do that to you sometimes. And again, they raised their level of competition just enough to agitate him, to agitate everybody on that football team, and it showed. But I will say this though: sometimes you have to be able to know what your team can withstand. And I do give the Canes us a lot of credit. In previous years, we probably would have fell apart. A lot of, bickering on the sidelines and things of that nature. We hung in there.
Drops.
Head drops. We hung in there, and we got things going. So I do see the silver lining in this whole deal, because again, they could have came out here and blew out in Southern Miss, and then got next week and not face no adversity. So I do understand that. It is college football. We do have things to clean up, and we're looking for that total game. Special teams look pretty good. They played well. So we do have a lot to look forward to, and a lot of positive things moving forward into next week.
Yeah. All right, D-Man, any last words, man? Got a lot of people calling.
I'm nervous, Coach. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, talk to me then, man. We're going to talk about it, man.
Okay.
I appreciate you, brother.
Y'all take care.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
All right, man. Big shout out to the D from Duval. That's my man's right there. But listen, again, but those things, like I said, those things happen, and that's what coaches got to get guys out of slump. Sometimes players are not seeing the hole when they're running the ball. Sometimes quarterbacks are not seeing the right reads, and so forth. Those things happen. Call a 954 area code. Talk to me.
Hey, I'm calling from South Carolina, originally from Fort Lauderdale. How y'all doing, gentlemen?
I'm good. South Carolina.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I have a couple of questions for you guys. First about the game, and then my second would be about next week. So I have a couple of questions about the receivers. It seemed like, and I want to know your guys' opinion. It seems like Restrepo every week, even though it's only been 2 weeks, seems like the constant receiver that's getting open in separation. Even when the ball is being held by Van Dyke and stuff like that, when I'm looking at the receivers, I'm not seeing consistent separation from the other people on most plays, and I was wondering why that is, or what we could do to create more separation for the receivers. And then my other question would be if you guys have any inside information in regards to. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. But go ahead. I was cutting somebody else off.
Oh, okay. I have another question. See if you had any inside track on why is Avonte not on the field. I feel like talent-wise, I don't see how he can't get on the field. and if you had some injury update on Jalen Knighton and why he's not getting more playing time. I know he had an injury, so I'm not sure about that. And then I wanted to know you guys' insight on next week on, what's the keys to winning as a team. And then also if you guys can maybe name a couple players that you guys are looking for breakout game and player individual that would maybe help us win next week.
All right, so hold on. I'm on about 9 questions. Hold up. Let me make sure if I can answer all these questions. Yeah, about 9 questions, dog. So you got to walk us through a couple of them that I may miss. All right, so real quick. One, I don't have any information about why Vontae didn't play. I don't know if he was suspended. There was injury. He got nicked up, dinged up. I don't know. I'm just going to speculate and say that's the issue. I can answer to Jalen Knighton. He had a soft injury. He had a soft tissue injury, which would end up being a hamstring. And like I said in the pregame show, he probably get about 6 to 7 carries somewhere in there. I think he ended up having 6 carries in that game. Yep, Jalen Knighton had 6 carries for 19 yards. So I figured they just wanted to kind of get him out there a little bit, touch and go to see what he's all about. You don't want to, like I said, you don't want to blow a hammy out here on the Southern Miss, right? Regardless, I knew we were still going to win the game, but regardless, in that sense. All right, so I got 2 of them out the way. What's the other 7?
About the
receivers. Receivers. Go ahead, 12. Go ahead, 12. On the receivers.
So with the receivers, I want to wait until next week to kind of dive deep into the receivers. But Restrepo is awesome in space. Restrepo, he's awesome in space. He runs very good routes, and he's very elusive. And he's actually a really strong. He's strong. He's a strong receiver. So he's very, very good in space. With respect to the receivers not getting open down the field, and that's my concern with Coach. I think, and I'll know next week, get a better understanding. I don't think TVD has the confidence in some of the other receivers going down the field. So he automatically goes to Restrepo, which is a comfort level for him. I don't know if the coaching staff has the confidence in the receivers down the field. That's my fear right now. Not a lot of confidence there. But we'll see. Because you have 2 games and you don't take those shots. That's telling me something. That's a comfort level for me, Coach. Because even like the young lady, even like Ms. Bloom said, the other team, they just even winging the ball, just throwing it for the heck of it. So they're just holding something back maybe for next week. So I'll know. But next week come and we still don't take those shots, there has to be a problem. We don't have that person who can extend down the field. That could be the issue for us. I mean,
but I said that. But here's my point. I've said that. And Carl, I'm sorry. Hold on. We may not have a guy who can break away and take it 90, but you can throw the 50-50 ball like they did to Brownlee. We still got Romello. You still got. I'm just saying. But this is the game to put it on tape to see if we have that guy. Like, to me, I get where y'all coming from in that sense. You know what I mean? It ain't like Tyler Van Dyke ain't got the arm. He has the arm to do it. The problem is,
my point, Coach. There has to be so.
There's a reason. Yes,
there's got to be a reason. And so hopefully next week, hopefully they unveil everything. I want them to come out like the Masked Singer. I want Mario Cristobal to really be Jimmy Johnson next week. I want him to come out like the Masked Singer. You know what I mean? Like, I want him to come out and start taking everything off because that's what we're waiting on. You know what I mean? So I want to call her. I'll know next week. I better understand what's going on with the receivers. Right now, I can't tell. Are they holding something back? They got something for them. Let me wait until next week and ask me there. Let's table that for next week. But there seems to be a confidence issue, or they're holding something back. That's my perspective. Because like I said, even if you got, a 4-stringer, you got Van Dyke, you take a shot. They're not doing it. So I mean, it's hard for me to say right now.
I can't say this about the receivers. The reason Restrepo is open, I'm not saying other receivers not open because when you watch it on TV, you have to see what the camera sees. But I talked to y'all before about a trust factor between a quarterback and a receiver. Yep. They are roommates. Can I tell you, if I'm Romello Brinson, Bashard Smith, Keyshawn Smith, I'm moving in with them today. I'm going to be, I'm going to make sure he tucked in at night. I'm going to make sure his pillow all fluffy. I'm going to go get his slippers. Whatever. You call it what you want, but I'm trying to go to the league. In the words of Beyonce, I'm finna cater to you. because you are my key to the next level, regardless of the case. And I always told you, Van Dyke kind of struggled a little bit today, especially in the first half. Who is he going to go to? Who does he trust? He threw a low ball. Restrepo digs it off the dirt. Restrepo gets up and does like this. He telling Van Dyke, bring the ball up, baby, so I can get going. That's a friendship. That's a look right there. You understand? I hate this call waiting. Like, that's a thing that he's looking at. I'm like, hey, baby, bring it up a little bit so I can get busy with it. Those are the things. Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing that was I was wondering about is, overall, if we really think about it, look across the board, even though he's roommate with him, he's comfortable with him, and that's the possession receiver, Smith made a lot of big catches for him last year. Smith did a lot of great things last year in a lot to be desired offense. And
you talking about Keyshawn Smith? You talking about Keyshawn Smith? You talking about Keyshawn Smith?
Yeah, number 5. Yeah,
he took some. He had some catches, but I don't know if there was. He doesn't have the same relationship with Keyshawn Smith that he has with Restrepo. That is evident. That is evident. You know what I mean?
I agree. I definitely want to see what they got next week because I kind of throw away the flea flicker. I throw that into the wind because I felt like that was just
it's a gimmick play.
Yeah. So, I definitely want to see. But my last question is, I want to know your guys' take on, like, maybe just 3 keys to winning as a team next week when we go into College Station, and then also some key players and what players you think is going to help us get that dub.
All right. One, I'm going to just say this real quick because I got a bunch of callers. One, I'm going to just say this. We have to continue what we did today. Get to the football. That's it. Second, DBs have to play the man. Stop trying to play the ball. Get in position. Learn your technique that can easily be fixed from coaching, right? The reason Ivy, they're panicking. A lot of DBs get beat because they panic. They're not comfortable in there, whether it's their lack of speed, their technique, their leverage, whatever. That's defensively. Offensively, we got to establish a run game. You cannot win football games just by throwing the ball around the yard. That's one. Second, TVD has to be on point, and that's it. That's how you have a chance to win this ball game and win it big, if not just run away with it. Those elements have to happen. You know what I mean? And key players are those guys. It's just what it is, right? We're still looking for the big play guy so far. Think about it. As good as Restrepo looked, as great as he looked today, he has 6 catches for 72 yards. And then you go to flip it to the other side to Brownlee, to Jason Brownlee from Southern Miss. He had 5 catches for 102 yards and a touchdown. 20-yard average.
Yeah, he looked on.
Hold on, check this out. 20-yard average, 5 catches. Restrepo, 6 catches, 72 yards, 12-yard average, no touchdowns. So I just want to kind of put that out there. But, man, I got to let you go, man. I got a lot of people calling in. But thank you, man. I think you're a first-time caller, but I appreciate you. Anytime. All right, 12, I know if you got to do what you got to do it.
Yeah, I got to roll. I'm rolling a second. I know Melvin said he will get the shirt from this Poor Little Timmy shirt. Put it out there, Coach. CoachHatesFootball.com. Poor Little Timmy. Melvin, go ahead and grab one. And we need to get these shirts off the shelves. Florida, we got.
That's Florida State.
It's Florida State one. He got some different ones. Go Canes all day. Let's go.
Exactly. Now, here we go. Let's bring up a point. Claude L says, Coach of V12, we just don't have a difference maker on offense. This is going to be a problem. Guys, I said this a long time ago. When I looked at the top players from a lot of these things, especially when I started doing my fantasy draft, and I was looking at who the top player from all these schools, do you know we had both kickers? We had both kickers as top players on our team. Huh? Yeah. Think about that. We had the kickers because they give you the top 5 players. Headley and Borregales were 2 of the top 5 players. I want to say SB Nation or whatever. You call it credible, whatever. But the fact that they put them on there, I'm like, huh? I said this a long time ago. We got to find a difference maker. Restrepo is a great ball catcher. Not a difference maker, though. Not a difference maker. A great ball catcher. Nothing wrong with that. That is not a knock on him. We're talking about a guy that when he we're going to find out next week. A dude named Ainias Smith. Where's number 0 for Texas A&M playing the slot? We're going to find out real quick. That's a difference maker. You understand? These are the things I'm saying. I've been talking about this for a long time. And guess what? Everybody, Coach Hayes, you're a hater. No, guys, I'm only speaking through my experiences. I am a Kane fan, but I'm always keep it realistic. Not keep it real, but realistic. I've seen these things. It don't happen just because it's wearing orange and green.
Right.
It's a process, and we got to trust that process. But these are things when people get caught up. Oh, Coach Cristobal comes. Yes, he's going to change it. He can't change it. Hold on, man. This brother. Watch this. Yo, Brother Jay Blaze, we live right now, man. Come call in on the show, man.
Okay.
No, call me 100 times. All right. So those are the things I'm saying, man. We got to make sure that that happens. Go ahead, Twelve. Get your last points in, man, so you can go. I'm only going to be here for probably about another 15, 20 minutes, and we're going to make it happen.
So listen, it's at the end of the day, for me, it was disappointing, but listen, it happens. There are a lot of great things that happen, and I'm looking forward to the Texas A&M game. This is the litmus test, and this is where we can see what we are. We can see how Martin now, and I think you made a great point, Coach. I think you're going to break down each game every 4 games to see how we progress. And so here's the litmus test again for Mario. This is what we all been waiting for. You had these 2 dress rehearsals. Like, this is the big dance, Dancing with the Stars. This the big dance. This the big rodeo. Let's see what we can do. I have confidence in my Canes, and we're gonna go from there. Listen, I'll holler at you later, man. We're gonna finish up here with this tournament, and I'll see y'all later. I'm out.
Hey man, tell my nephew swing for the fences, baby.
Hey, for sure, we need some Barry Bondsum, but but no cream though. Without the cream, it's Barry Bondsum. Without the cream,
I don't know what that means. I'm gonna let that ride. I know what you're talking about.
They had the juice, man. No juice though. Holler at me, man.
Sure enough, man.
All right.
That boy's silly, man. Where you get friends like this from? Anyway, caller, talk to us, man. What's up with you?
That was disappointing in so many ways. Listen, we're going to get beat by Texas A&M if we play like this, like we did today. That was absolutely pathetic. I don't know how else to state it. I mean, there were some great plays, but there were some atrocious plays. It's just that was ugly. I mean, it was just, I expected more. I expected more from the defense, really did. And I understand they held them 7 points. That's fine and dandy, but God, dog. Really?
Well, I have to say this. I can't expect more from the defense. Yes, we gave up some big plays. We kept Warren. We kept them under 100 yards. Under 100 yards and 7 points. I mean, it's college football. I don't know how many people are keeping teams under 100. Let me make sure I got this right. Let me see the stats. They had 33 yards rushing. 33.
Okay, how many yards passing they have?
207. Bro, that's not bad.
Against supposed to be the best secondary in the country, or one of the best. Come on, man.
Who said we just said? Who said that? Well, I want to know what publication said that, because that's far from the truth. But I'm just saying, 207 yards. We gave up some big plays, true indeed. But those big plays, except one time, yielded 7 points. So I'm not panicking as of yet. I'm not on panic mode as of yet, Warren. I get it. We want a complete domination, 0 points. Bro, nobody walks out of here 0 points. I'm sitting here now looking at some of these scores, right? We have, again, right, we have teams that maybe not as good. Like I said, I wasn't mad at the fact that Bethune scored a point. I'm mad at the fact we didn't get to the ball. I'm looking at Ohio State playing Arkansas State. Same caliber of team. Ohio State plays Arkansas State, right? They're in the same type conference, right?
Yep.
Ohio State, would you think right now is a good team? I would think so.
What's the score?
45-12. But we're talking about yardage. I just want to talk about yardage.
Okay.
Arkansas State put up 223 passing and 53 yards rushing. So we're right on par. Right? We're right on par. I'm just saying we just gave up. It looked bad in the first half because our offense wasn't clicking. So defensively, it was kind of some rollover like, man, offense ain't clicking. This number one killing us. But he really wasn't. In the second half, they came back. I mean, we're okay defensively. I think we got work to do now. Don't get me wrong. We got work to do. But I would just want to put it out there that we're still on par defensively. Offensively, it was a bad showing in the first half. TVD was off target. He was off rhythm. He was off balance. He wasn't feeling it. Sometimes they're not seeing it. And that happens, but they end up rectifying it there in the second half.
All right, let me ask you a question. You're a coach. If you're in Mario Cristobal's shoes, you're the head coach at the University of Miami. What do you do to change from what you saw today or what you're going to see when you review the film and talk to your assistants or whoever, and what you saw last week versus what you know you're going to be going against next week?
Well,
how would you fix that?
Okay, so first of all, let's speak defensively. I got to make sure our guys understand what they're doing on the back end. Second, I'm making sure we're doing vertical ball 50-50 ball drills, because that's where we got beat, in 50-50 balls. We didn't get beat.
Right.
They didn't rout us to death. We panicked. You think about it. Number 7, Blades. He's standing there. You got to give that dude one. You understand me? Like, you can't stand and wait around. And I hate to say this, but I think subconsciously that whole targeting rule, it kind of handcuffs our kid. And God knows, slap myself for trying to make an excuse for something. But I
do understand that they need to address that targeting rule. They do, because it's messing with, excuse my French, messing with the defenses. I
with the psyche.
Agree with that.
Yeah, with the psyche. And so, like, you go in there trying to make a hit on guys and so forth, but you still got to play football at the end of the day. You can't worry about getting put out of game in that sense. And the second, that's it from a defensive standpoint. D-line played well. I'm going to harp on that. Great job. Leonard Taylor, when he shows up, but he's got to show up. When he walks through the door, he's through the door. The problem is we got to get him to walk through the door consistently. You understand what I'm saying? That's second. Linebacker play. People talked about Corey Flagg. He may blow it next week. I don't know. But he looked good today. He looked good. But you know why else he looked good? Because everybody else was getting to the football. See, when everybody's getting there, it's contagious. I keep telling people this. I don't know if you seen Kings of Comedy. Warren, if you haven't, I'm going to send you a copy. When Cedric the Entertainer started running, he said, man, what? We just started running. We'll ask you later why we running. But if everybody in the stadium if everybody in that stadium got up and start running, the whole stadium will empty out. And we'll find out outside why we running. It's the same thing on the football field. When everybody's running to the ball, you don't want to be that dude on tape lagging, because you're going to get Coach 30'd up in there. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So those are the things that I'm saying. So Flagg looks better because everybody's getting to the ball. I mean, bro, I was excited to see them defensively. Offensively, it just wasn't clicking, and then they finally figured it out. But that doggone Henry Parrish, he a gangster, man. But Warren, man, as always, thank you.
I gotta say, I'm impressed by Bashard Smith. That was at number 5.
Bashard Smith is 12. Bashard Smith is 12. Keyshawn Smith is 5.
All right. Well, I'm not sure which one of the two, but one of them, 12 or 5, was Smith. Smith was outstanding today. I mean, made some crazy grabs. So
yeah,
I don't know. Just. Anyways, I know you got a show to do. I'll talk to you soon, my friend.
Thank you, brother.
Right,
appreciate you. Bye now. All right, big shout out, man, to Robert Clark right here for the $4.99. Thank you so much, as well as Measy757, my Hampton brethren. $4.99. Appreciate it. Vontae Williams only played special team. With the struggles in the secondary, would you, as a coach, try him out at corner? I wouldn't just have him on the sideline. Again, I don't know why he was on the sideline. I'm not sure. It'll come out at some point. Susan, Footballville, somebody will ask a question why he didn't play, and hopefully they'll address it in that sense. I'm not sure why he did not play in a game like this. It wasn't like it was a complete blowout. Maybe he was being punished for something. Maybe I don't know. I really don't know. And I don't want to speculate because I just don't know. All right. Third degree 7. I know I'm talking. Coach Hayes sucks. I haven't forgot about you, brother. I'm gonna get to you. I promise you. It's just been a lot going on. And I know I keep saying that, right? But matter of fact, I'm calling you when the show over. But DM me. I'm gonna call you as soon as the show over. All right. I promise you. But with all that being said, he says, I feel good, to be honest. I still feel good. I think we're going to have a a tough game in College Station, but I still feel good about the season. I really do. I still feel good about the season. All right. Caller, talk to us, 305 in area code.
Coach, what's happening?
You got to speak.
From Miami.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Say it again.
Coach, what's happening? It's Vince from Miami.
Vince, what's happening, man? What's going on with you?
That was a tough game, but I'm happy we came out with the win. I do think we need to kind of relax a little bit. Everybody expecting us to win by 70. They do practice and play football also.
Right.
They are a football team.
Correct.
But my question for you, Coach, is this. Like,
Sure.
watching, I'm not sure if this is a college football thing, but is there any reason we would be playing press bell the entire game, regardless of, like, situation? Because that's my issue, like, watching the game, like, we will give the slant on a third down, like it's a bend but don't break type of a defense. And I just don't understand why we won't press anybody.
Like I said, it's hard to really answer that and give a real answer. I can only assume because I haven't done the breakdowns. Their tendency charts, their analytics when they break these guys down, tell them to do one thing and not something else. Think about it. We're watching the game. Now, in our defense, as coaches, just because you break a guy down on the previous week's tapes doesn't mean you need to make in-game adjustments. So I'm not defending that, but it'll be very hard for me to give you an accurate answer to that question because I'm not in the rooms doing the analytics. What is the scheme? Who is this? Can we cover this guy? You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes you have some guys who have a bend but don't break mentality. We'll bend a little bit. The offenses will burn themselves out. You understand? As long as we keep the ball in front of us, and then we'll make a play in that sense. So it's very hard to give a very accurate, but yeah, there's times you got to switch it up. I think they were worried about people getting around the edge, and they, like I said in the pregame show, you want to keep eyes to the line of scrimmage, so therefore you can help and get to the ball. So,
and I will say this to give the defense some credit. I think looking at the past games, we really prepared for a zone outside stretch rushing team, and we held them to 50 yards or something running. So we were ready for that. But when that freshman quarterback came out and he actually started throwing some plays on the outside, it kind of caught us off guard. But even with all that said, to hold a team to 200 yards in today's type of football, that's actually a really good game. Like I'm super happy about that. I guess the biggest thing is it's kind of obvious that they don't trust the receivers in a lot of ways. Like they not even just taking the shots, it's just a play calling. It's almost like they're playing to not fail on offense sometimes as far as the play calling with the receiver plays. Yeah,
and I totally get it, right? Like again, these are things I want to see. We're up 30 something. Take a vertical. We want to see, and when I say we, I'm speaking from a coach's perspective. They should want to see, can we get this 50-50 ball? Those are the things I'm looking at. But again, they're getting paid $8.5 million. Coach making $13 on this video. So guess what? I guess they're the dudes that's going to answer that question, man. But I appreciate you. I got a few more minutes before I get off here, and I want to take a couple more calls, man.
Appreciate it, King. Coach. Go Kings.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Y'all own it today. 786 area code. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Hi, this is me again. I got a question to let everybody know.
All right, talk to me, Ms. Wilcox.
COVID is still here. Dehydration from the kids. We are living with COVID. COVID is no more a disease. It's set to like a cold. And some of these guys on the sideline have just a simple cold with dehydration. But the thing is this, Mario's not giving you any names because he don't want it out. And if he has to switch quarterback to beat Texas A&M, that's what he's going to do. But the day he had to learn about the referees, because DJ Iverson, it was an interference call when he was going long and the guy was holding him from back and the referee didn't call it. It was a lot of no calls from the other referees. So he's not going to give you everything. You cannot just say, well, we want to know. It's not a no. This is his first year and we're going to ride with him. Okay? But what pisses me off, we're going to have the referee, the third man, to beat each time we play. Because Manny let everything out of everybody's tape with the two offensive coach. One from Alabama, one from Auburn. They got big jobs, and the kids are left scrambling like, what position I play? Well, he told you that we got to get more depth and more work. He's got to clean house. If he got to clean house and get him to the desk to learn what Manny did not do, you got great players. You won by 30, but you really supposed to win by 51, which they slided back. They slided it back because when it comes to voting you to go to 12, well, we can move Miami up 12, in the top 12. Well, what's going to give us this reason not to? Where they didn't do this, they didn't do that. But at the same time, what did the referee do? And it came back to be 30. Oh, they did a great third and fourth quarter. The second half, they laid it up. But guess what? At the end of the day, it's 113 degrees. Mario put 60 fans there to keep them cool. But guess what? The playbook is out. So we got to keep our mouth closed. We got to ride it out and make sure we win.
I love it. Yes, ma'am.
Just get this W, y'all. And if you don't get it, it's a non-conference team. Don't go crazy over a non-conference team. North Carolina, Virginia, or those are the boys who got a big win because that counts. It's called conference team, which, Alabama get by, can play anybody, a little point, and we're number one.
I love
That's the secret I'm trying to teach y'all. Bye-bye.
Yes. Bye, Miss Wilcox. Y'all better listen up. Spitting that game. Bro Africa. I get it. Okay, I get the name now. Boy Africa. $2. Appreciate it. Sacks high. Good show today. Held back for next week. I don't know about that, but all right, I'm not understanding what you wrote. Sacks high. I guess you're talking about Leonard Taylor came in. He showed up, man. He played well. But good show today. Thank you. And held back for next week. Guys, y'all can cancel that holding back on the playbook stuff. That's trust me, that stuff is done. All right, I'm not gonna be on here too much longer. Got a lot. The glue to the U. The glue to the U. Is he here? The glue to the U is on the line, y'all. Y'all clap it up for brother Jay Blaze.
What's up, sir? What's going on?
Brother Jay, talk to me, baby.
It's 30-7. I'm happy for the win. It shows that we have a good coaching staff. The way the first half started and the way the second half started, they came back out and it was a difference. He made improvement. My concerns are, and when we get into long yardage, and when it comes to passing, that's what I'm concerned. So I know when we run the ball, we have high percentage for that next down, and I'm moving the chains. Most people say dink and dunk. We moving the chains. We have a high percentage. That's what coach is doing. But I'm happy for the win, and I'm looking forward to playing Texas A&M next week. It's gonna be a tough game, and I'm sure that Mario Cristobal gonna have something special for that game. And
definitely, man.
Boys ready.
Yeah, definitely. We'll find out. We'll definitely see what it is. I mean, like I said, overall, some things are not what they seem, right? Optically, some things look bad, right? But they're not what they seem. It's just like when a team loses, right? A team is getting, say a team loses by 24 points, but the game seemed a lot tougher than what the scoreboard reflects, right? This game looked a lot worse than what was actually going on because of our expectation. Right. It looked because you see the young boy coming out there in our stadium throwing the ball up. My man mossing up there, Malik Curtis, and everybody was screaming for Malik Curtis. Malik Curtis. Now I'm hearing people backpedaling on Malik Curtis. He young. There's a reason why he wasn't playing. Just because he's fast.
We have to give him time to develop, though.
Those guys have to be developed.
Time to develop.
Yeah. And guess what? But he got his shot. He got his opportunity to get out there, and then they kind of yanked him. Like, all right. Maybe the stage may be just a little bit too big for you right now, but you'll be okay.
Oh yeah.
Hey, somebody says Jeremy Mosley. Hey, coach, do they still hate you? Yep. Even though some people did apologize on Twitter, but it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
But I think it's by design that we run heavy right now. I think that's by design. That's what Coach Gaddis is doing. Is he knows what he's doing. We have to leave and put trust into the coaching staff and Mario Cristobal. We have to do that.
Sure.
And it takes time. This is only the second game, so this Mario's second game of with So
right.
As head coach. So we have to give it time. I'm happy for the win again, 30-7. I'm happy. I'm happy to see a different result coming into the second half, even though the first half started real sluggish. But I'm happy to see that means they coaching in the locker room at halftime. It means they're making a difference.
Right.
What I do want to see is, even though Coach Gaddis was given high percentage run plays, being, first and making it shorter yardage to get to the first down. But when we get into a longer yardage to get to the first down, that's where I want to see our passing game improve. And it has to be more than what Restrepo, because they're going to, believe me, Texas A&M going to key on Restrepo, and they're going to key on Will Mallory. We have other people going to have to step up.
Gotcha.
So, we will see.
All right, Blaze. Well, I appreciate it. I'm about to get up off of this deal, man. I got a few more minutes. We got the YouTube takeover coming up here Thursday. But yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, everybody stay safe from this COVID, man. I'm battling that right now. So
yeah, man. Prayers out to you, man. I wanted you to release that. If you wanted to do it, then you're more than welcome. But yeah, man. All right, man. Well, our prayers are here for you, brother.
Yeah.
All right.
Stay safe.
Thanks, man.
I see.
All right, real quick, T-Rock. Coach, does it affect the players based on the time of day they play the game? Listen, whatever time you play, your opponent is playing at the same time. I'm not saying this to you, T-Rock, to be funny or sarcastic, but we got to stop thinking that way. When they played that game at 12 noon, Southern Miss walked out that locker room as well at 12 noon. When it was hot for Bethune-Cookman, it was hot for Miami Hurricanes. And think about it. We're playing in our home element. We're not playing in a blizzard that some of our kids never seen snow before. We're playing in our home element. I guarantee when Brashard Smith, Restrepo, and all of them were 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, and they played Pop Warner games in the middle of the day that didn't have cooling fans. They didn't have trainers with towels on their neck. They played in the same sun. We only got one sun, y'all. And Big Red up there got about the same amount of heat. And they play in the same area, regional area. Carla, you're going to be my last one for the day before I get off here. 305 area code. Talk to me.
What's going on, Coach? This is Great Kane, 305.
Great Kane, what's up with you, man?
Cooler, man. I ain't have much to say. Just want to get this little point off, man. I just feel like we soft, man. I just feel like we soft. You know what I'm saying? Like, the difference between, from what I've seen this season, the teams that's out here, actually putting it in that work, and us, man, we just timid, man, just light. I'm seeing a lot of softness going on. Like they ain't giving no fight, man. Like they don't want to be out there.
I don't know. I don't see that though, Great. Bro, that defense was getting to the rock, bro. Like that defense was getting to the ball, dog. That boy Henry Parrish was running that rock. TVD was still throwing the ball. He just was off. Like even Jalen Knight, he didn't look 100%. When he could have turned that corner on that guy, he got the first, but he didn't. He's still favoring himself. You know what I mean? That leg, you could tell. Thad Franklin just doesn't have any shaking bait to get away from guy. He gonna power you over, run hard straight. He's a straight ahead guy. He just doesn't have the 1-2 to make you miss. But I don't know if I can't. I hate to say it, man. I appreciate you, brother, but I can't go with that. They don't want to be out. They were playing. Some of the stuff is just technique. Some of the stuff is knowing how to get into the hip pocket. The heads never went down. They didn't see any fighting and bickering and itching. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I agree with that point. I just say that because, when I seen Henry Parrish after he scored that touchdown, he came off. That frustration, it was from that O-line, man. Like the O-line, like he got into a small little scuffle with the defense. They were piling up on him, and ain't nobody had his back. And that was from the O-line point of view. And then the defense is like the difference. Like they ain't bullies out there like we used to be. They ain't bullying out there like they. I don't know. That's where that soft comment comes from.
But you can't. You know what? You can't. But you can't do. And I hear what you're saying, and I'm with you. You can't even look at a player after you tackle them. They'll call it taunting. Like, I hate to say that, right? And I had to. I probably shouldn't have done this, but when I was coaching, our kids helping other kids off the floor, and I'm like, bro, what? Like, but this is the game we're in today. Like, you can't even tackle a dude and get up and look at him. They're gonna call taunting. I didn't even know this was. This is the first time I ever heard this penalty. Blocking out of bounds is an unsportsmanlike penalty.
Right.
I had never heard that penalty. So what they're doing is they're
bleachers.
Yeah, but they're taming the game so that the kids are pulling back, and you got to think about it. I know it's a little delay. When have you ever seen a crap back block where the guy got to run with his hands up?
Yeah.
So so it's hard to blame them when this is the society, not a society, but this is the culture of the game that's being played today. But we're getting to the ball, but you can't even look at a dude and yeah, boy, you ain't getting nothing today. Because they know each other. He's just ready to throw a flag. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's tough out here, man. But anyway, I'm about to get up off here, man. I got some more games to see, man. I know everybody was going live. They doing their thing, man.
Keep doing what you're doing, Coach. We love you.
I appreciate you, dog. Bergie in the building. Big shout out to Bergie. I did my last phone call. I'm not taking any more. I'm about to get up off this deal. Bergie in the building. What's going on with you, Bergie? Woke up the second half, but against better teams, we can't afford that luxury. I'm glad we won, but I expect to be better prepared. Yeah, we got to have a what-if chart. I always talk about that, the what-if. Here's my last thing I'm going to say. The YouTube takeover is here. Thursday, starting at 4 p.m., 8 hours straight from 4 p.m. to midnight. Coach Hayes is doing the YouTube takeover. I'm trying to tell you, we got everybody coming through this thing. We got 367 in the building. I appreciate it. I want you to watch this quick promo I worked on putting together. Listen, stay tuned. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, because we got to support them boys too. And so we're going to do it through the digital era. Check it out.
It's all about the youth. 5 rings, you know what we bring. Put your U's in the air, man. Let me hear you scream. It's the youth. It's the youth. 305, yeah, we keep it live. Category 5, hurricane on the rise. It's the youth. Never scared, play with no fear. Feel it in the air, got some canes over here. It's the youth. 5 rings, you know what we bring. Put your U's in the air, man. Represent the team. It's the youth.
Often imitated, never duplicated. The you.
That's right, baby. The you. Let me tell you, V12, Storm Warner, Sebastian Lane, Miami Flow, Locked On Canes, Cafecito and Cane, the 6 Ring Canes Show, You Talk, Footballville / Canesville, the wholesome one, and Average Canes have confirmed so far. Still waiting on some more. Let me tell you something, man. We're going to make that thing happen. I'm going to put this thing out today. We got to blow it up. 8 hours straight. We did it last year. It was a success. We're doing it again this year because we got to support our guys. If we can't be in the seats, we got to at least be on the screen, man, supporting these guys, man. So with all that being said, I thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Coach finna go over here and enjoy the rest of my cafecitos with my canes and go chill out. We'll make it happen, man. I appreciate it. So with all that being said, Coach Hayes, love you. Whoa. $2 again from Bro Africa. Going long next week, confirming held back point. We're going to find out. Appreciate that $2, man. Thank you guys for everybody else who stopped by, man. We're doing this every week. I'm waiting on them. I gave an invite, Sean Taylor. I sent the invite to every YouTube. I sent the invite to every Miami Hurricane YouTuber that I know of. If it's some other ones, let them know they're more than welcome to come on the show. I got a Google list. They're more than welcome to set up. But I sent the invite via Twitter to everybody that I know of that does Miami Hurricane stuff. They're more than welcome to come on and pick a time. They can stay the whole 8 hours if they like. I don't care. But anyway, those are the people that confirmed I made the video for. So I thank you. Other than that, peace, love, and hair grease. It's all about the you. Coach Hayes will catch you at the 50-yard line. With all that being said, see you in a little bit. Holla.